Finally, we reached the last story for today. I'm going to talk some Deon Sanders, Coach Prime. Now, we just talked about Alex Rodriguez being mega pissed. He cannot buy the Minnesota Timberwolves as of right now. As of right now, me recording this podcast, or the Minnesota Lynx. Then we talked about the 49ers continuing to go lower and lower by not giving Mr. Brandon Ayuk a long term deal. Now, this is as of right now. I'm recording this show. So we're going to go ahead and close this out with Deon Sanders already telling the league and certain teams his son won't play for them. Is this wrong? And this story is out of CBS and John Breach. On $1 million worth of gain, Coach Prime said his son Shador and two-way player Travis Hunter won't play for certain NFL teams. And that's why I asked, is this wrong? Because me personally, I don't think so. And I love every minute of it. People shouldn't have a problem with this because when Archie Manning was outright, when he was doing this and he told the San Diego Chargers Eli won't play for them, the draft was stunned. And he made that move, and it was unprecedented at that time, that they drafted Eli, and he was like, no, he's not going to be there. And they still don't talk about that to this day. When they do refer to Eli, it's when Archie had all the power to begin with. And then Sanders goes on to say, I know where I want them to go. So it's certain cities that ain't going to happen. It's going to be an Eli. And I think when he refers to it's going to be an Eli, he was sitting here really trying to say it's going to be an Archie. Because when Archie Manning done that, like I said, they had worked out a deal where they traded Eli Manning to the New York Giants. Again, that's it. I mean, this could be a good/bad thing because, like it or not, you just put a target on that guy's back. But who are the teams that Deon wants his son to play for? We'll get into that when we come back from a quick 20 seconds from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern at App Stupid Podcast. Roll the clip. Yes, Roast the Host. Roast the Host is our inaugural show going down May the 10th. Jesus, that is coming up fast. I am giddy on that. That is coming up fast. So we will be live. It's a 2-minute roast show. So you can call in, you can roast me, you can roast the production of the show. A couple of things that has to go on. Number one, you have to be a person. You have to be a person. When you click the link, you'll be in the room. We'll go ahead and get you situated. A couple of comedians will come through. Everybody will go ahead and get their customary 2 minutes. You can even run at other people who seem to want to get in and they're really, really bad. Also, be funny. Be funny. No racism. Racism will get you thrown out. Get you thrown out. And this is going down Mother's Day weekend, May the 10th. We're going to be in early, so make sure if you're a subscriber to the show, and as soon as we go live, you'll get that ping. Tune in. You're going to laugh. You're going to have a good time. A couple of things that's off limits is going to be my wife, kid, and my dad. Everything else is on the table. My mom, me, the show, the producers. We are all here for your amusement. So have fun with it. Don't get run. The winner will have everybody vote who's watching the show live. And once we tabulate all the votes, we will get in contact with the winner and send them a nice cash app so they can take the woman of their dreams out that weekend. Or they can go ahead and keep the money for themselves and indulge on a nice lunch or a dinner on us. That stupid Roast the Host. Going down May the 10th. So when we last left off, we were asking where would Deon is some of the places that he wants his kid to go. And he said he wants his kids to go to a team in a city that fits them. And he mentioned the 49ers, the Cowboys, the Commanders, and Ravens as possible landing spots. And it's funny, thing about all of those places that Coach Prime just played in all of those cities. He played in all those cities. So yeah, he's a de facto recruiter. I think the next statement, what Sanders said, really explained it to me. He said, Atlanta fit, and I want that for my kids. All of them, I want the right fit, Sanders said. Atlanta was the first time I saw black people in positions of authority. It blew my mind. It was real in Atlanta. I had never seen anything like that in my life. Now, in the strategy department, Breach calls it risky to hijack the draft. And I say it's brilliant to crash the car or give your opponent the idea you're about that life right there. Because the moment you cave in the NFL, you're done. So where do you sit on that? Where do you sit on that? Do you sit there with Coach Prime like, hey, look, I want my kids to go to this team. I want them to be in this city. This is the best city for them. This is the best fit for them. This is where they'll be able to grow as players and as pros. Or do you take the John Breach approach where you're just like, hey, look, I'm just here to go ahead and let the NFL use me in whatever way they want? Because that's never worked out for anybody, ever. And it is something when you can't be reasoned with, you can't be bargained with, and you have this aura of chaos where I will crash the car if I don't get what I want going in. And I think that sets the tone right away. So the agent class and the owner and GM class, they don't link up somehow and take advantage of you in your paperwork. Because like I say, go back and look at that draft. Look at that draft when Eli Manning, look at his face, and look when Archie stood up. Because not only was Archie out there telling the San Diego Chargers his son was not going to play for them, Peyton Manning was there, and his other son was there as well, who doesn't play. And they were there as a united front. And nobody ever questioned anything about that. And nobody even says anything about that. Instead, they have lionized the Manning family and turned them into the Circa Kennedys of the National Football League, to where you have Peyton Manning and Eli. Well, they're pretty, like I said, they're pretty fun guys and pretty fun sports, but these dudes have shows during the football season. They have endorsement deals out there, and they've got people writing their comedic chops. I basically don't think that they're that interesting. I look at them both as human guacamole. But, you know, Peyton being a former Indianapolis Colt, I was a huge Peyton Manning guy. I've always been a huge Peyton Manning guy, even when he played at Tennessee. But I think that Deon Sanders is doing right by his players, and good, bad, or indifferent, putting a target on people's back. It is what it is. This is football. This is football. Well, that is the show. That's going to be the show today. Thank you all for subscribing, and we have added more subscribers in the last 24 to 48 hours. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you all for sharing, and giving us the ability to do this and have fun. So with that, I'm going to get out of town for a little bit, and I'll see you all on Monday on April Fools. Have a good one. This is Big Vern at App Stupid.